Hi everyone, in this video we're going to cover the contacts section of FlowJo, and it's a big one, so we're going to break it up into two different videos. First one is just having a look at the contact screen. So if I click on the menu contacts here, and then you can see on the left hand side I've got all my groups, and on the right hand side I've got the associated contacts. Up the top I can search for contacts, and so let's just start with the groups. I can add a group by clicking on the menu here and add group and put all the details in here. If you've got existing groups, you can select them by clicking on the name, and you can see I can jump from group to group here and it will show just the contacts for that group. However, I can also use the tick boxes to select multiple groups at the same time. So as I'm adding groups here, you can see it's adding more here. So the idea is to be able to set up the selection of all the contacts you want to work with, and I can then individually select these guys, and you can see them selecting up the top here. Or I can go in here and say select all, and it will select all of those ones that are currently visible. I can also keep adding to the selection, so I could cancel out these groups and go to a completely different group now, and I could add Vincent like that. And similarly, I can do a search. So if I searched for myself and tick the box, then I'm adding to that selection. Once you've got the selection that you want, then there's a number of things that you can do. You can go to the actions and you can do send email, and you can send email by normal email or by BCC. Just keep in mind the rules about sharing people's email addresses. And also we limit sending more than 20 emails out of here directly. And instead, if you're starting to do really big mail outs for marketing and so on, it's far better that you use a marketing platform that will prevent you from damaging your own email address with reputation with the spam filters. So if you do start to do that, we'll cover marketing in a different video, but you can synchronize your groups with groups in your marketing platform. You can add to groups. So if I select add to group, I can choose another group and add all those selected people into the group. Similarly, you can remove from group from there. You can download contacts. I'm going to cover that in a different video because there's also an import. So I'll do export and import at the same time. And then you can copy to the clipboard. If you want to copy all your contacts into a spreadsheet or something like that, you can copy just the emails. So I'd say copy emails and then jump into my email program and I can paste them like that. If you wanted to delete, you can do it from there. And then the last option is clear selection. That will just remove all those selected contacts and put you back to the start. Deleting that group from here and deleting the search will take me back to being able to see everything again. Or I could have just clicked on one of these groups to switch to the new group. So just while we're on this screen, there's a show partners button. So if we click on that, you will notice that you can see that Bernadette has a partner, Bradley. If I was to click onto Bernadette, I can see down the bottom here, she's got these relationships, and it's easy to add a new relationship. You just say add related and just say what it is. So she might have an employer of Jeffrey, and then when you click on the related person, it will take you through to that one. So let's go to Bradley, and you'll notice that Bradley's got these relationships, including Bernadette being his partner. That will take us back to Bernadette. So the individual contact screen that we're looking at here is where we can do things like phone the client. And if I do that on a computer, it will just go to FaceTime. But if I go to that on my phone, it will actually make the dial. I can do an email, click on email, send from there. I can do a text message. So type my message and press send, and that will actually send a text to her phone. We'll cover texts in another video because there's different ways that you can configure that for replies. I can edit Bernadette from there as well. Then here is the groups that Bernadette belongs to. And you can see that I can add a group from here. So just she could be added to the seahorse group. I can remove a group by clicking on the delete section. So let's take that back out. And the last section is the documents over here. The comments I'm going to cover in a different video because there's quite advanced options you can do with comments and tasks. But here is where we can add documents, and there's different templates, and we'll cover this in a different video. But once you've added a document for a particular client, then that will appear here. So any work that you've done with that client is always going to be stored against the client and easy to find in the future. So that's the actual individual client details. The last thing I should cover is just the paste button. So you can copy to the clipboard just the name or the email or the name and address or everything in both the horizontal and vertical formats, depending on where you're going to paste it into. So that's an overview of contacts in FlowJo. In the next video, I'll cover the importing and exporting of contact information. Thank you.